Republican presidential nominee, Senator John McCain, and joining us now is a woman who just may be the next First Lady of the United States. Please welcome Cindy McCain. We're glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
You always look so put together.
Thank you.
I know you guys have been married, what, 25 years now you've been married?
28 years.
Oh, 28 years. Okay, so then you have a lot of good information for us. Tell us, I mean, from your experience, why your husband is the man to be the next president of the United States. You've known him the longest.
I have known him the longest, yes, and I think for the many obvious reasons, he's so good at what he does, but he's also a very measured man who has always, throughout his entire career, honestly put country first. And I mean that in every part of what he did in the Senate or in the House or certainly in the Navy, it was always about what would be best for the country and not what was best for himself. And I know that sounds, you know, coming from me, obviously very prejudicial, but I truly believe in that, and that's part of what I marvel in and what I love about him is that he always has put so much ahead of his own interests, and I like that. That's what drew me to him in the beginning.
Yeah, I could see why. I could definitely see why. Are there things that you don't see eye to eye on, like major issues that people bring up? Are there?
Never.
Never.
Oh, well, you know, yeah, I love television, but I just do not watch ESPN every moment of the day, but no, there's issues we disagree on, but I mean, this isn't about
Control of the remote.
Control the remote control, that's right.
Do you disagree politically on anything?
Not really, no. I mean, there are some issues where I've questioned or I've said, but no, he and I really do see eye to eye on a great deal, and we also we don't spend a lot of time at home talking about politics either. We talk about our children.
What about the big? You've been asked this before, I know, but the big question, which is certainly not the most important question in the election, but one of the most dramatic, and the Roe v. Wade question, which we were talking about, Governor Palin being against any kind of abortion, even for rape and incest. Is that something that you feel too?
Well, I'm pro-life. I always have been.
Including, you don't exempt rape and incest?
No, we disagree on that issue. But you know, the most wonderful thing I can say.
Do you disagree with her on that issue?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do disagree with her. There are exceptions. Is that what you're saying? I'm not clear. There are exceptions for rape and incest.
Yes, my husband and I agree on this issue. But let me say this before we go any further. Yeah. The most wonderful thing about a McCain administration is that he will include all people. People you don't have to agree on every issue.
Right.
And that's the wonderful thing about what has made John so special through the years, I believe, in what he's done.
One small addition to that, people want us to work together. I'll appoint Democrats. I'll appoint independents. I'll appoint Joy to be the Director of Communications. I know that she wants to stay in the Senate, but I will work with Hillary Clinton because I have worked with her in the past. We traveled together, Barbara. You know that.
Yes, I do.
We have a working relationship that's of mutual respect and frankly, appreciation. And so I will certainly work with Senator Clinton because as she comes back to the Senate, she will be one of the most influential and powerful members of the Senate. We've got to work together.
You ran a company while your husband was in Washington, and you both had to work together. You had your children. How did you do this?
Well, I do it the same way all of you do it. You know, women are really good at doing a whole lot. And I found it, to me, raising my children not only inspired me, but it kept me going. And, you know, the busier you are, the busier you are. And I like being busy. I love being able to be able to have a lot going on. And more importantly, I think American women are truly, truly wonderful about that. They put their family first, but we can do anything. And that's the great thing about what we've been able to accomplish in America.
I think people
Could I also add just briefly? I wanted our kids to grow up in Arizona. We made that decision early on. we thought that's the best lifestyle, the best way they could have the, you know how artificial the town can be in Washington, D.C., and we thought it would be best, and I thank God every day. They've all turned out rather well. And so I think that was the right decision to raise them in our home state of Arizona.
Well, you raised them in your home state of Arizona, but you got stuck, and maybe it was a bum rap, and not knowing how many houses you have. How many houses does he have? Do you both have?
You know something, that's not part of this campaign. We're fortunate enough to come from a family, and particularly my dad and mom, who worked very hard to give me the best that they could, and we are fortunate to be able to live a good life and share and give to other people who are not so fortunate.
And you do give. You spend a lot of time, Cindy, I know, out of this country helping children. Not to mention, your sons have decided to follow in their father's footsteps and your family tradition of serving this country in our military, and can't thank you enough for that, too. We will be back with more Republican presidential nominee Senator John McCain and his wife, Cindy, so don't go away.
We're back with Republican presidential nominee, Senator John McCain. That is a mouthful. And his beautiful wife, Cindy. So here's my question. We know now that technology has taken youth and involved them in the electorate in a way that has never happened before. We know that overseas, in countries where kids are nothing but repressed, technology has taken them and allowed them to change how things are being done in their countries. How are you going to engage young people who may or may not be disappointed by the outcome of this race? How are you going to engage them in this, the 21st or whatever it is, 22nd century, I don't know where we are. But how are you going to engage them? Because you've sort of been vocal about it. It's taken me a little while to get up to speed with it.
Well, first thing is talk to my own kids. As you know, from 17 to 23 and older ones as well. And go to venues that young people are on, whether it be on the internet, whether it be on this show, whether it be on Saturday Night Live, whether it be go on programs that I know that young people will be involved. And also have a website that they're interested in. Look, how many young people today get all their information off of the internet and have something that's innovative. You know, our daughter Megan, who you were kind enough to have on, she has a blog that sometimes has more hits than our website does. So we're still working on our website. But we've got to understand where they get the information and knowledge and go in those areas. And also, we've got to make sure that they know that their future is what this campaign is all about, and putting America first is the first priority.
So you can marry them to the rest of the world. Okay.
Absolutely.
And Cindy, also, too, you just returned from an extraordinary humanitarian trip to the country of Georgia. Now, that's in conflict with Russia. What do you hope to accomplish there?
Well, my goal in going, first of all, was to see what was going on. I mean, I'd been trying to get in, and it was difficult. But as you know, there's a huge humanitarian crisis right now there. There's thousands and thousands of refugees, and the winter is upon us. And they're unable to now to get back to their villages or get the food and the necessary help to them because, as you know, the landmines have blown up the rail tracks, roads are gone, and the Russians have it blockaded. There is a very serious issue here that we need to keep track of, more importantly, and need to make certain that people understand that the Russians are bad guys in this situation. Not only that, they've hurt and killed women and children, and it's always the most desperate and the most the youngest and the ones that are hurt the worst in all of this.
Well, you know, you've really done so much humanitarian work throughout the years that people don't know about, and it's good to have you. We all want to thank you, all of us ladies of The View, for coming on with us and being gracious enough to be with us. We hope you'll tell Sarah Palin that how kind we were. Nothing but easy questions. We thank you. Everybody, we hope you enjoyed today's program. Take a little time to enjoy The View.